Hello, I'm Kristen Lee. When I was in upstate New York, I was letting all my friends know I was coming into town if they wanted to get together or whatever. And one of my friends that I went to the UK with when I went with Danielle, this friend, and now this friend's husband, we had gone to this really cute little cottage town and we had tea time. And she posted that there was this place, I can't say the name, so here's the name of the place. And she was like, does anybody want to go do this with me? So I was like, me, because that was one of my favorite memories from the UK trip. Didn't know it was in Massachusetts, did not know that my days were going to be as packed as they were, but I'm so glad that I went. And I wanted to share some of the grounds that are there. So here's what we did, and I'll be back to give you my takeaway.
Today, and I do have to, before we start, acknowledge that we're all within the unceded ancestral homelands of the Naumkeag.
So welcome back. So food-wise, they need to up their game a little bit, just a little bit. But they were very accommodating. It was a very like drizzly day, and my friends and I were like, we're just gonna go for it. So we got there, and I think we were all assuming we'd all get our own pot of water, hot water, to choose tea that we wanted. But I've gone to other places where they give you just a pot of water and you choose the tea that goes in the pot, and that's what you drink throughout your meal. So I don't know what we were supposed to do. And then our favorite tea, which I ended up buying, they only had 2 packets. And we're like, oh my God, it smells so good. And we were all like, oh, well, that's the one we're all gonna drink, right? And we only had the 2 packets. So I was like, all right, I'll just buy it and have it for when I come home. So this is the brand, and this is the tea. And then it smells so good. And these are how the sachets look. And oh my gosh, it is so good. So let me see if I can figure out what is in the ingredients. So it says its character. This infusion is a delicate blend of currant, caramel, wherever you're from, and citrus, meant to arouse the senses. The ingredients are black tea, vanilla flavor, black currant flavor, natural bergamot oil, caramel flavor, and it says contains natural flavors. Don't know what that means. And then it tells you how to store it and all that jazz. But this was so good. We tried it, I think we tried it with and without cream, and it was, oh my gosh. I might have a cup of this in a little bit. And it also gives you like boldness and intensity. So if you drink coffee, you know what this is. I didn't know they did it for tea as well. Maybe I'll go to Lake Whistling Kettle or the place in Tri-Schenectady Road when I'm home. Maybe. Anyway, so takeaways. The food, like I said, it needs just a little something. I don't know. Like the sandwiches were okay. They had like a curry chicken, which was kind of like a tuna fish kind of look to it, but with curry powder in it. Sounds gross, but it tasted really good. They had ham sandwiches, which were my least favorite, and then they had cucumber sandwiches. I forgot that I had, I loved cucumber sandwiches. Maybe that's what I'll have for lunch as I'm talking. But that was, and the setup was super cute. Like, this was the setup. It came in the 3-tiered thing. The scones were okay. They were biscuits. They weren't as hard as they looked. And the lady explained, oh my goodness, my brain. Explained that she doesn't get clotted cream brought to her because by the time she gets it shipped and it gets to her, and by the time she puts it on a plate for, her customers or herself, it's already almost half past the expiration date. So she said that she uses a company that's in the US, I believe, is what she said. For those that watch my videos, correct me in the comments. But yeah, she said that it didn't help her financially to have it shipped, and they didn't have anybody that made it locally. So it was a different type of cream that went on with the jam. The jam was yummy. It was a strawberry jam. What was on the top tier? There was like a tiramisu. There was macaron, which I'm not a huge fan of. And then there were these chocolate fudge things that were delicious. But there was another, there was like little petite cheesecakes. So, I mean, there was a good amount of food for what you were paying, depending on the experience that you were expecting. So, I loved it. I loved the entire thing, and just sitting back and talking with my friends. And then we were the only ones that paid for the tour of the grounds, so it was basically a VIP tour. Our lady was fantastic. I can't remember your name, but you were fantastic. And like I said, the grounds were just gorgeous. And the rain wasn't too bad. And thankfully my friends had, he's watching number blocks. My friends had umbrellas. And yeah, it was a fun trip and fun pictures, and I'm really glad that we did it. And it was only an hour away from where I was staying, and my friend was nice enough to pick me up, and we got to have a conversation that we normally don't get to go and do that because we're always in a group. So it was kind of cool to get to know one another a little bit more. And yeah, I would love to go back. I would love to go back in different seasons. I heard that Christmas is really pretty, and they also have, like, I want to say it was a tulip fest kind of thing. So it would be really cool to see different seasons and as things were growing. We found out that the rose bushes were pulled up because there was some kind of disease or whatever, so they're slowly putting them back into the gardens. There was a huge tree, but it was really cool. And like I said, I would definitely go back. I would definitely pay the price that it was. And yeah, so that was tea time with my friends, and I will see you in the next one.